The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs officially states that the Russian side has already paid millions of rubles to the families of those killed in the AZAL plane crash. However, these are only insurance payments, not compensation or acknowledgement of responsibility, which have not been provided. The 1999 Montreal Convention regulates insurance payments, which are a formal procedure. Airlines are required to insure their liability, and in the event of an aviation accident, compensation is usually paid by the insurance company. In the case of the AZAL plane, Azerbaijan is seeking restitution based on the 2001 UN General Assembly resolution, which states that a state is obligated to compensate for damage caused by its unlawful actions. In this case, the responsibility lies with the Russian military, who shot down the Azerbaijani aircraft. By law, airlines must insure their flights. If an accident occurs, the money is paid not by the state but by the insurance company. This is a standard procedure, similar to car insurance. You get into an accident, you receive a payout. But this cannot be called compensation from the state. A completely different matter is state responsibility. International law says, if damage is caused by state authorities, it is obliged to provide restitution. In our case, the plane was shot down by Russian military forces. Here, the important issues are not the amounts of the payments, but acknowledgement of guilt and punishment of the perpetrators. There are notable precedents. Libya acknowledged responsibility for the Lockerbie bombing and paid $10 million to the families of the victims, and Iran acknowledged guilt for shooting down Ukrainian flight PS-752, paying $150,000 to each relative of the deceased. In these cases, the issue was precisely the acknowledgement of state responsibility and guilt. Russia, however, avoids the main question, recognition of its own guilt. Instead, it focuses on reports of millions of rubles and accusations against Azerbaijani media. The conclusion is clear. Insurance payments are not compensation. Until Moscow acknowledges its responsibility, the tragedy remains not a closed insurance matter, but a question of Russia's international debt.